Yeah, and in Partners Change, we played around with calling Three Conversations a lot of different things. We used to call it a model. We used to accept the label of being a strengths-based approach. We don't call it a model anymore. It's not something that comes with a handbook and you train people on a Friday and tell them to start working like that on a Monday. And I don't particularly like the label strengths-based. I think that came out of a well-intentioned desire to move away from a deficit-based way of working. So instead of worrying about what you can't do, we'll worry about what you can do. It still seems to me a bit patronizing. And sometimes when we talk up and say we want to talk to somebody about your assets, they think we want to see their bank account. One of the things we've learned is the most important thing that makes the most difference to people and families wanting to talk to us, asking for some help to get on with their lives, is the sense of continuity of relationship with the person they're talking with. So where I am right now is I like to describe Three Conversations as a relationship-based way of working. In the old world, we don't build relationships of person to person. We're bureaucrats turning up with an assessment process to decide if somebody passes the test or not. In the world we're trying to co-create, we are people interacting with people, trying to understand what matters to them. A GP said to me recently, he had a bit of his light bulb moment. He said him and his staff have been obsessing for a long time about trying to find out what was the matter with people. And what he was learning about this way of working was what he really needs to be understanding is what matters to people. So I like the idea that Three Conversations is based in a commitment to building that continuous relationship where we can get to know people, they can get to know us, and they can have some confidence in us. But our argument in the paper isn't, this is a good thing to do because it will save you shed loads of money, or because it will help your recruitment processes. Just our argument in the paper is there is an ethical and moral imperative to do this. We are tired in Partners for Change, and we know our partners are tired of living with the reality of people dying on waiting lists. We are tired of hearing concept that we love, stories of difference, where people describe being passed around a system, never really knowing what's going on. In one of our authorities, they have worked out that people experience being handed off 5.2 times on average. We are tired of people being treated as widgets, assessed, given a label. I heard a story recently about a nurse in mental health who was spending 90% of her time writing up assessments of people she's met to put them on waiting lists she knew they would never get to the top of. It is time that we confronted that reality, and we believe our data shows that if you do, and if you're brave enough to work differently, good things happen. We believe it's a moral and ethical imperative to take this move now.